Two things are about to happen. Well, it's my birthday today, so happy birthday me, yeah! Sub motherfucking now! It's my birthday today, and I'm also moving to Toronto. So, as a send-off in Vancouver, basically I'm having a roast. You ever seen a roast? We're doing a roast, like a Comedy Central roast. Well, this is a Wes Barker roast. I got 6 of my comedian friends, and they're gonna say horrible things about me. We're roasting me today. We're at the Kino Cafe in Vancouver, my last month here. So my best and funniest friend, and we're gonna do a roast. Happy birthday to me. It's roast time. Look what I got! Look what she made me! Chantel made me this. You know what, if you think you're a good friend of mine or a good fan of mine, you should be doing stuff like this. This is amazing. I'm opening this. Cards, rabbits, top hat, wand, silks coming out of the hat. I literally can't believe this. Chocolate marshmallow. Oh,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Kino. It's showtime. It's roast time. We've got a very special show tonight. It's not a comedy show. It's a roast. It's a roast. It's a roast of a very famous magician, Wes Barker. Oh, it's Barker, sorry. One day we'll all know his name. Okay, we're gonna get this show started. Please welcome to the stage. He's a lousy comic, but I love him. Please welcome John Cullen.
Please welcome your first comedian, your first roaster to the stage, Sam Tonning, everyone. Give it up for Sam Tonning. Give it up for Casey Novak, everyone. Casey is the current roast battle champion in Vancouver, and she has brought her roast battle title belt with her. Give it up for Harris Anderson, everyone. Give it up for Stuart Jones. Give it up for Simon King. And lastly, your favorite magician and mine, the guest of honor tonight, Wes Barker. All right. Nice to see you all. So like I said, I'm John Cullen. I'm the roast master this evening. I'm going to keep everything rolling right along. Thank you. One person cares. That's nice. My mom. It's very sweet. All right. Sam Tonning is here tonight. Sam Tonning, everyone. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What a great guy. Sam Tonning. Sam has to stay 150 feet away from playgrounds, but it's not because he's a pedophile. It's because he kept stealing all the kids' lunches. Stuart Jones is here. You guys are so packed in. This looks like a shitty elementary school photo. This is horrible. If it was an elementary school photo, Casey would be standing in the back. But Stuart Jones, look at him. What a fucking nerd. He's super into D&D, Dungeons and Demonizing Women. The dungeons is where he keeps them. Stuart recently got himself a cat just to know what it would feel like to not be slapped after touching a pussy. That was a burn. That was a burn for sure. Thank you, guy in the front row. That was a burn. Yeah. Cool, yeah, it's a roast. That's what this is gonna be all night. Casey Novak is here with her beautiful title belt. Casey Novak. Yes, I know, you can probably tell, but Casey doesn't get laid a lot. And it's because their dates can never seem to remember to bring protection. And coincidentally, that's also why they can't escape. Thank you. Look at Casey's fucking beady eyes. Every time I look at Casey's eyes, I'm reminded I need to change the light bulb in my nightlight. Casey Novak looks like she opened her eyes in the womb. Harris Anderson is here tonight. Harris is here. He looks good. Nice blazer. He bought it just for this. Harris Anderson, white. When Harris Anderson raps along with hip-hop songs, he only says the N-word. I'm just kidding. Harris Anderson has never listened to a hip-hop song. Harris Anderson does musical comedy, impressions, and fucked a comedy club manager, and still has made it nowhere in this business. Simon King is here tonight. Simon King is here. Simon looks like he lost all his money investing it in man buns. 2016 was a real good year for him. Calling Simon a comedian is sort of like calling the front man of a death metal band the lead singer. Yeah, sure, that's technically what they are, but really they're just up there yelling instead of doing their job. And Wes Barker is here tonight, our guest of honor. Wes Barker. Yeah. Wes Barker is a cunt magician. Oh wait, I'm sorry, a stunt magician. If you guys don't know what a stunt magician is, that's when a magician gets someone to stand in for him and perform all of the tricks he wrote. The only trick that Wes Barker has written on his own is the one where he convinces people to pay him to do magic. Wes Barker is what happens when parents are way too supportive. Wes, when they told you you could be anything you wanted to be, they did not mean a shitty YouTube magician who pays hot girls to be fake impressed by a magic trick from the 1930s. Wes has terrible style too. He dresses awful. They say dress for the job you want and not the job you have. So I guess Wes Barker's dream is to become a magician's assistant. Wes Barker goes through more bad jackets than the Salvation Army at Christmas time. Wes Barker's clothes are so tacky you could use them to hang up a poster of a better magician. All right, are you guys ready for your first roaster of the evening? You feel warmed up? All right. Your first roaster this evening looks like if a clubfoot became a man. It's Sam Tawning, everyone.
Wow, John Cullen. I didn't know I'd see special needs Mr. Rogers tonight. Fucking idiot. Okay, we got Stuart Jones here. Round of applause for Stuart Jones. Can't see him behind me. I don't know where. Okay, thanks, Steve, for taking away the fucking. Yeah, of course I do. I want to read. Just a compliment for you. You know, if we've all seen Stuart's act, a round of applause for anyone who's seen Stuart perform comedy before. Yeah. I think I would be remiss to say if you weren't on the vanguard of comedy, you are right up there. You're proof that you can make a good career as an amateur comedian and even be an inspiration to all other incels. Why am I first? Jesus Christ. I'm not nearly drunk enough to be here. Simon King. Simon, how are you? Simon likes to complain about his career, but honestly, it's a career we'd all kill for, you know? Except for John and Casey and Harris and Stuart and Wes and myself. I guess what I'm trying to say is, Simon, kill yourself. Simon's a controversial comedian. He takes stands that are very politically incorrect. Like, did you know this about Simon? He is very pro-gay marriage. He thinks that should happen, and you know what? He's taking a stand. Okay. Casey Novak is here. I'm glad to see, Big Bird Chic is back in fashion. Hey, Wes, can you perform a magic trick and conjure up some sex appeal for Casey? Seriously, she's American, comes from a state that's as beautiful as she is, Ohio. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I remind of a classic street joke here when I think of Casey Novak. Two guys walk into a bar looking to get laid. They see Casey, they end up fucking each other. Okay. Classic joke, classic joke. Thank you very much. You know, it's a roast. Sometimes you gotta go back to basics, right?
That was a burn, dude.
That was a burn. It's a fucking roast, Nigel, you dumb fuck. Okay. We got John Cullen. John's hosting the evening. He's doing a great... Round of applause for John Cullen, everybody. It's great. Yeah. John is a substitute teacher, a comedian, and a professional curler. John, why don't you stick to what you're good at? Hitting on your students. John doesn't drink. It's because he used to have a problem with alcohol, you know, namely girls wouldn't fuck him without it. But seriously, John is so fucking boring. He's the only person who makes Harris Anderson look like he has a personality. 6 true facts about Harris.
Oh, okay.
Completely true, Laura. 100% true facts about Harris.
I want to hear this.
You want to hear this, Nigel? Thanks for talking again. Did you know that Harris Anderson has a caved-in chest? True fact. Entirely true fact number 1. Entirely true fact number 2. Did you know that Harris, when he visited his hometown, he was reminded that he set fire to his first girlfriend, Laura T's house when he was 14? Did you know that? Did you know that Harris sold opium to biker gangs? 100% true fact. Yeah, it is. Did you know that he drove a car into a preschool? What? I know. My God, the man's insane. Did you know that with his best friend, John McGee, he double-teamed a homeless man while high on PCP? Did you know that happened? That Harris Anderson actually did that? He should go to jail, you're right. My God. Did you know that Harris Anderson had diarrhea in a forest and a dog ate the shit? Did you actually, you believe that? Wow, you're an idiot. Okay. But we're on to the man of the hour, Mr. Wes Anderson. Round of applause for Wes Barker. Wes Anderson. Jesus, what am I? I thought, oh, that's someone with talent. Yeah, it's hard to write jokes about a guy I don't know anything about outside of YouTube. You know, Wes has millions of views on YouTube. A mere 1/10 of the views that a man getting kicked in the balls has. Wes, what's it feel like to be nowhere near as popular as my wet dream?
Dude, come on.
Yeah. Wes looks like he's one haircut away from the Third Reich. Yeah. Watching Wes do comedy is like playing with your pet iguana. You always wonder why you have a pet iguana. Yeah, fuck it, I'm done. Have a good night, everybody!
Sam Tawning, everyone. Sam Tawning. Did you know that before Sam got here tonight, he thought that bit was gonna work? All right, your next roaster coming to the stage looks like if a garbage pail kid became a real girl. It's Casey Novak, everyone.
Okay, let's slow this shit down. The joke's on everyone here. I hate sex. Alright. I want to first congratulate everyone on this dais. I want to congratulate you on not yet being bald. That's really a strong milestone in a male comic's career. Simon King claims to have sired a child, but we have yet to see any proof. Simon, I think you just yelled into a paper bag until it came to life. John Cullen is hosting. That's great. He's a great second fiddle. Let's give a round of applause for the man John Cullen thinks he is. John Cullen is the reason I swipe left on attractive men. John, you look like you were conceived on a yacht by a sea prostitute. We We have two half-breeds on the show tonight. Wes Barker is a magical comedian, and Sam Tonning is turning into a meatball. In fact, making a meatball sub is what Sam calls fucking. I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that the only person jealous of Wes' career here is Simon King, who thinks his thoughts are magic. Hey, Harris. Hey, have you had your sexual awakening yet? Any day now. Harris looks like the type of fellow who would get an erection while eating an ice cream cone. When Harris successfully jerks off, he shouts, "I'm a real boy!" Harris is Sam's emotional support animal. And they both love sniffing each other's butts. Their friendship has a weird sub-dom thing going on. Harris is a sub, and Sam loves making meatball subs. All right, and now for the half-breed of the hour, Wes Barker. Yes, a magician who fooled Penn Teller, an accomplishment 1995 is still raving about. I like your cape. I love when grown men wear capes. Oh, we're cutting all of this. You do magical comedy. What does it feel like to be in the CFL of the entertainment industry? To me, comedic magicians are prop comics who still aren't funny. But you do it all. You do the big hocus pocus. You do the up close magic, like David Blaine. And the only difference between you and David Blaine is that David Blaine is hilarious. But seriously, okay, so Wes, you've always been very nice to me for no reason. Oh, and I think you are a stand-up man in a stand-up world. So thank you so much for having me here tonight. My name's Casey. Thank you so much.
Casey Novak, everyone. Amazing. All right, your next comedian coming to the stage has two first names for a first name and a last name, or as the audience refers to him, what's his name? It's Harris Anderson, everyone.
How about a hand for John? How about a hand for John? I thought I would take the opportunity. You don't normally learn a lot about people in roast, so I thought I would take the opportunity to give people a glimpse into who Wes Barker is as a person. I knew of Wes years ago. I saw his videos and television appearances and hoped I would get the chance to work with him one day. And that chance arrived when Wes asked me to open for him in Prince George, an offer I eagerly accepted. We arrived at the venue and the show began. Every comic has good nights, and that night I had a good night. I dazzled the crowd with razor-sharp impressions, flawless observations, and hilarious anecdotes. And Wes did his act as well. After the show, I was relaxing in my hotel room when my phone rang, and it was Wes inviting me to join him for a nightcap. Wow, I thought, one of my favorite comedians wants to have a drink with me. I accepted his invitation and headed to his room. I knocked on Wes's door. "Enter," came the voice from the other side. I opened the door. Wes was standing in the middle of the room, dressed in a long, flowing satin robe of blue and gold. He did a little twirl and said, "These are my conjurer's robes. Are they not pleasing to the eye?" I remarked that they were, and this delighted him. He began to swan about the room, giggling as a child on Christmas. He poured me a goblet of what he said was spiced wine. "A fitting libation for a young mage," he said weakingly. I could see it was just Fanta with some cinnamon on top. But I said nothing, not wishing to offend. It must be such a thrill for you, he said, to be in the presence of someone who has seen Mel B in person. I replied that it was. Tell me, Harris, the young sorcerer continued, who are some of your favorite comedians? I told him that I had many favorites, but that I never missed a set by Simon King or Casey Novak. Bah, said Wes. Tomfools, the pair of them. Simon King is the only comic who would make a deaf audience member go, we get it, you're unhappy. He paused for a moment, then he said, KC is not without some promise as a magician. I replied I had no idea that Casey did magic. Indeed she does, said Wes. She's made every man she's been with disappear. I thought this was in poor taste. I'm not a fan of negativity. I was preparing to take my leave when Wes said, let's talk about my favorite subject, me. Tell me, was I not sensational tonight? Was I not regal? The fact is, Wes had not done well that night. He had appeared agitated and distracted. At one point, he had abandoned a trick to tell the audience what really happened on 9/11. I'm an honest man. I pride myself on it. I decided honesty was the best policy. Wes, I said, you're a formidable talent, but I have to say tonight I believe I had the superior set. Instantly, I knew I had made a grave error. Wes froze. His features began to twist with rage. He shot up from his seat and began pacing about the room, his fists thrust deep into the folds of his robe, muttering, the devil take you, the devil take you. Suddenly he wheeled about. His face was now a mask of eerie calm. How about a magic trick, he said. He flicked his wrist, and suddenly in his hand appeared a picture of my Nona, who had passed away a few weeks ago. I had shown this photo to Wes on our journey from Vancouver, had told him how precious it was to me, as it was the last photo of my Nona I had taken before the cancer had eaten her insides. I had no other copies, and did not need to check my wallet to know that Wes had used his sorcerer's sleight of hand skills to steal it. Suddenly, I saw what was going to happen. Wes, I said, please don't. I'm only the middle act. Wes smiled a thin, cruel smile and said, magic is real. He snapped his fingers, and my Nona's picture disappeared in a ball of flame. I fell to my knees and I began to weep. I wept for my Nona. I wept at Wes's cruelty. I wept until my cheeks were but rivers of tears. You cry like a said Wes. I don't want to give you guys the wrong idea about Wes, because he paid for all of the meals on that trip. Wes, you're a great guy and somehow an even better performer. I love you. I'll miss you very much. Thank you.
Harris Anderson, everyone. The ramblings of a man who sat down with a pad and thought, I cannot write a joke. So I must write a story. Your next comedian coming to the stage is what happens when your mom cuts your hair until you're 31 years old. Stuart Jones.
Hey, keep it going for John Cullen, everyone. John Cullen. Yes. John, he is a curler who doesn't drink. I know, right? That's pretty fucked up. But then again, he is also a comedian who isn't funny. So, you know, it kind of works out. No, John is also a teacher, okay? Just in case you ever get the impression that teachers are heroes. Just remember that some of them are curlers, okay? And have podcasts about curling, all right? Let's fucking get that shit out of here. Look at this stage. On a scale of 1 to child molester, who do you think is... I mean, in honesty, it has to be one of the teachers. You're a teacher as well, right? You're a teacher, right? So I would say, you know, statistically, it's one of the teachers. All right, let's start with Casey. Casey, were you in the Harry Potter movies? Oh, that's a shame. You would have made a great Hufflepuff extra. You know? Harry Potter jokes. That's what we're going with. Now, Casey has a face for radio, a body for Morse code, and a voice for sonar. Hey, Harris is here. Remember that guy? He was just on? All right. Harris, I think that you would do a great impression of a donkey. There you go, a new joke for you, just like that. Just that's all there is to it. Go win the yuck off, you fucker, yeah. Good. Simon, you want in on this or what? No, Harris is one of those guys who plays guitar and ruins parties, you know. Like he doesn't play guitar at parties, he just comes up and ruins them, you know. This is fine. Hey, Wes's most popular video on YouTube is he makes a woman disappear, whereas Harris just makes women disappear the old-fashioned way, you know? Harris is a dog walker, because no one expects the dog walker. Hey, there's Simon, huh? Yeah, there he is. Simon, King of Queens, huh? There he is. Simon, Kings of Leon hair. All right, here we go. Every night, Simon yells his son to sleep. He yells a lullaby into his skull. And then if his kid doesn't sleep, he just beats him with a club and says, "I'm the king of clubs!" See, like magic, deck of cards, king, you know what I'm saying? Simon, you should do an impression of someone whispering, and then just do that for the rest of your life. Sam Tonning. What about Sam Tonning, huh? Yes. Sam, I've known you for a few years now, and I have to say, you have aged like a fine mayonnaise. Sam has a loser dad bod. Sam's belly button has more lint in it than a Chinese wash and dry. I threw in Chinese just for you. I know you would like that, you know? Yeah, of course. I love the Chinese. He would have been like, if I just said wash and dry, you would have been like, what race are they? You know? It's the thing. And finally, we have Wes Barker, everyone. Wes Barker, here he is. Wes, thank you for not hiring any models to be on this roast. That was really nice of you. Are we going to be on YouTube? All right. I like that Wes isn't one of those like David Blaine or Chris Angel type magicians. He's one of those unknown magicians, you know? No, but honestly, Wes, you went from cleaning up roadside waste right? You taught yourself how to do magic, and now here you are, moving to the big city? I mean, like, if you had a passion for finance, you'd be a fucking millionaire right now. But, you know, magic is cool. Yeah, that's very quaint. Yeah, keep working on the fucking dice and card tricks. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Stuart Jones, everyone. Your next comedian coming to the stage, his career is sliding faster than Harris Anderson into a female comedian's DMs. It's Simon King, everyone.
Thanks for having me, man, and thanks to Ivan Decker for being busy.
Not John Collins.
No, John Collins our host tonight. And I've seen better crowd work from a terrorist driving a truck into a marketplace. What can I say about John Collins that hasn't already been said in an angry letter from a parent to a principal? John's act is like a Toyota Camry. It's dependable, reliable, it'll get the job done, but nobody's excited about it, and he's still using it 10 years after he should have got rid of it. Yeah, you've been practicing before. John is a headliner for Yuck Yuck, so any comedians out there, before you give up hope about doing it for a living, just remember there's still a minor league in Canadian show business. All right, moving on. Casey Novak, that's her regular belt. Casey Novak is pretty funny for an American. Now, some people think that immigrants are all here to take our jobs, but professional comedians are not worried about that with Casey. Don't worry. I used to be blown away by every time I saw Casey. I used to think, oh man, how does she write a whole new set every time? Then I realized she was just really forgettable. As a comedian, Casey's style can best be described as, oh yeah, I see where she was going with that. Like, cool idea though. In all seriousness, I know it's really hard to be a woman in stand-up comedy. It must be even harder to be two women in a trench coat in stand-up comedy. So, Stuart Jones, that reminds me, I should download the new Norm Macdonald special. Stuart looks like an alt-right version of It's Pat from Saturday Night Live. Stuart used to be fat, have long hair, and a scraggly beard. He cleaned himself up, and now women have just to rely on intuition to know to stay the fuck away from him. Some people find Stuart's comedy offensive and edgy. Those people are also probably think vanilla ice cream is spicy and a glass of lukewarm tap water should take it down a notch. All right. The next, Harris is very talented. He's great with voice work, characters, writing, playing music. He's charismatic and put together on stage. Off stage, his social interaction skills are the equivalent of someone making a 17-point turn in an alleyway. I'm not saying he's dull, but I once found a 17-month-old dried out taco shell in the back of my cupboard, and I was almost positive Harris had come to visit. Harris does a lot of characters, and once you talk to him off stage, you realize necessity is the mother of invention. So.
Dude, it's a flamethrower.
All right, Sam Tonnan. Sam's old school. He's an old school comic. In that he doesn't believe you should have to look good to have a career in comedy, or that women should vote. Sam always makes sure to get his STI tests regularly, mostly because you never know if stray dogs have had all their shots. Sam is a great cook. No shit. Sam is politically conservative and obviously very liberal when it comes to mayonnaise. Sam really wants to be Jewish. That's only because he's such an anti-Semite, he wants to convert to be a self-hating Jew. Sam is following in the footsteps of some comedy greats. He has the short, sharp jokes of Dave Attell, the smart, smarmy delivery of Dennis Miller, and the life expectancy of Chris Farley. Sam is an economist, and yet he can't do basic math with the amount of years he's been a comedian, plus the amount of laughs he gets, minus how long he has left before certain heart failure equals keep your job as an economist. Joking aside, Sam's really good with numbers. Apparently, though, he can't fucking count calories. All right, moving on. He knows. It's a roast. I'm like, I'm sorry, Sam. Are you all right? You all right, Buttercup?
All I want is a fucking cream pie right now.
Harris, get in there. Anyway, Don't give it away. He's gonna figure it out. All right, let's move on to Wes. Anything for content, Barker. Here we go. Can you do a trick and cut your fucking career in half? Because we'd all get time back. I almost forgot about Wes, which is what we'll say as soon as you get on that fucking plane. Anyway, Wes got into magic when Chris Angel and David Blaine and all the sexy, talented daredevil magicians were big, and he saw that and thought, maybe people will like the other thing. You know, like, zig when they zag, my man. Wes drinks a lot. Maybe you should take a card from AA. Anyway, did you get a DUI for magic? No. Taking your wand out? David Blaine locked himself in a box with no air and no water or food for days and stopped right before he died. I think I speak for everyone who's seen your act when I say you can beat that, man. Believe in yourself. I'm a sucker. Wes's magic makes me wish I could go back to my childhood, and then it makes me wish I could go back even further in time when we used to fucking burn wizards. Wes doesn't just do magic poorly, he's also a shitty comedian. Let's give him credit for that. A lot of magicians can pull a rabbit out of their hat, he can't pull a fucking act out of his ass. But anyway, Wes is making a living off YouTube. He's the biggest, however, the biggest star on YouTube is a kid who just opens boxes, that's it. So what I'm saying, Wes, is maybe you could do an unboxing video of you finally coming out of the closet. Don't give it away, fuck, it's gonna be this big reveal. Alright, seriously, Wes is a very good magician, and we all know that that represents thousands and thousands of dollars spent at a magic shop. So good for you for buying your talent. Alright, I'm gonna leave you with this. Wes is moving to Toronto, which means the greatest trick he'll ever perform is now Sam is not the worst comic in the fucking city anymore. So, Wes, you're a fantastic guy. Thank you so much for having me. We love you very much, and
Simon King, everyone. What a great roast of Sam only. The other five needed work, but we've arrived at the end of the show. The guest of honor. It is his chance. He's been taking the abuse all night, and this is his chance to hit back at us. He's the reason that we're here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the guy who looks like after he comes, he says ta-da, Wes Barker, everyone.
Oh my God. Oh, that was so funny. Not as funny as I had hoped for, but funny, you know? It was good. Oh shit. I've never been part of a roast before, and it was, I thought it'd be worse, so either, I don't know, it's Sam, you took a lot of it for me, I appreciate that. That was really good.
Yeah, Sam took it.
He took it pretty bad.
I'd like to take it.
Okay. No, I appreciate you guys all coming out. I really do. It means a lot to me, and so thank you very much for coming out. I really appreciate it. But yeah, let's let me thank some people here individually. I just want to start by saying, like, Sam, I do appreciate you taking a lot of the brunt of the jokes, and definitely out of all the people up here, your dick tasted the worst. So I really appreciate it. I want you to know that it is the worst. Don't put it in your mouth. The government is actually studying Sam's comedy career for the witness protection program. Because no matter what he does, no one ever notices him. So it's like, you can fly under the radar with that one.
Wow, did you write your own joke?
Actually, there's one in here Ivan Decker helped me with, and you guys will probably be able to sense it. Oh man, normally when you see a comedian, like, you're like, oh man, why isn't this guy famous? But then you watch Sam and you're like, oh, we get it. Makes sense. Oh my God, but yeah, Casey, thanks for coming out. Casey, really appreciate it. Big round of applause for Casey. For those of you that know me, you would know that I'm really into tall chicks. So I want to thank Casey for curing me of that. And it's not, Casey, it's not that you're ugly, but just nobody was surprised that you were funny. That's for sure. Oh, there he is. Harris. Oh my God. Harris has a comedy album. Anyone here know Harris's comedy album? Holy shit, you got them all in one room, buddy. That's good. That's amazing. Literally, if this table buys Harris's comedy album, doubled his sales. Not a joke. Facts of his sales. Yeah, seriously. No, it's good. If you haven't seen, no, honestly, no joke. Harris's album is amazing. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's all Scooby-Doo themed. No, it's good. Like, yeah, the whole album is a weak middle disguised as a headline. There are true facts about Harris I want to tell you. Harris makes his living as a dog walker. That's fact one. Fact two, Harris is the most successful person in his family. That's the way it is. Oh, who's behind me? Oh, Stuart, Jesus Christ. Stuart Jones. People see Stuart Jones, this man right here. You look at this man and you think, you know, everyone, they think no exercise, too much fast food, no prospects, no girlfriend, not a nice guy, a loser, you know, like, but I'm here to tell you that people are good judges of character. Like, there's no man in this room that wouldn't leave his wife alone with Stuart, no matter what. It's harmless. It's harmless.
Totally safe.
I don't know what you're saying, so please stop. No, I don't know. I won't bug Stuart anymore. I just like him a lot. He looks like the kind of guy who knows how to get breast milk on the dark web. You know what I mean? For sure. Oh man. Simon, writing jokes for Simon was weird. It was weird for me because like I used to look up to him and I don't know why. But I literally invited Simon here to make me feel good about my career, so it's working. I feel great. If you don't know, you don't know enough about Simon's career. That's part of the point, I guess. But Simon is actually a goddamn inspiration to all of us. He really is, because if you were to know what he's been through and the career he's gone through and how it's worked out, yeah, he's an inspiration. Every year I get him the same gift. I get him a length of rope and a book on tying knots, and he's not hung himself yet. So it's a real. No, you don't know his career. Okay, I forgot. Yeah. Anybody else would have, is what I'm saying. So he's doing good. He's doing good. The only thing keeping him above ground is his hairline, so that's good. I'm glad he's got his hair. He went bald. Fuck. I think Simon hates children too. That's part of the thing. I don't know if you know this. I'm pretty sure he hates children. That's why he had one, because he couldn't think of a worse punishment for a child than being his father. And he named his son Oaks.
Yes.
Swear?
Fucking just leave that there.
Sam's child database.
Give it some ups.
Do you like it?
Oaks is great.
What do you give him on a scale of 1 to 10, Sam?
Oh, is he a looker?
Sorry.
Holy shit. Oh, man. I want to thank thank John Cullen for being the host tonight. You did a great job, man. I appreciate it. High level curler. That's amazing. I know we joke about that a lot, but I mean, curling is a sport, of course, obviously. But just because it's a sport doesn't make John an athlete. You know what I mean? You aware of this, John? You have a mirror in your house? Have you reached down and felt your body? Okay, good. Because you're really ruining for the rest of us. He doesn't drink. We all think, I mean, I'm sure all of us think, if I stop drinking, I'll be so ripped. No. Because you fucked it up, man. The dream's gone. You just get this sad, milk bag body. You're like, I'll just say, definitely out of all the dudes up here, I would surely fuck Casey. That'd be the one. Of all the guys.
My dick is huge.
I just want to take a second from here and just thank you guys all very much for coming out and helping me out here. And you guys are beautiful. And yeah, and you guys coming out on a Tuesday, staying a little late. This roast was like a little over an hour, and I get to edit it down for YouTube. It'll be up next week, because next week on Tuesday is my birthday, and I figure what better way to celebrate my birthday than upload a roast. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys very much for coming out. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Wes Barker, everyone. He's so sick, he's promoting a show on YouTube that you all just watched. Hey, do you want to relive this night 4 nights from now? Well, guess what? I'm going to put it up on YouTube for everyone to see. Please subscribe so I can eat. Give it up for all the roasters on the panel as well. Simon, Stuart, Harris, Casey, and Sam. You know, everyone is supposed to say something nice about Wes, and Wes actually was, I met Wes very early on in my comedy career, and we've been friends for a long time, and he's an amazing man. Everything that everyone said about him is true. He's extremely talented. He's going to kill it in Toronto, so congratulations, Wes, on your big move, and yeah. It's gonna be great when he comes back in 6 months. So it's okay, we have a cake. So stick around, eat some cake, have a couple more drinks, support the bar. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the roast of Wes Barker.
Just Wes. Yeah, Wes. Give me more. Give me Wes. North, east, south, and west.
I'm gonna cut it!
All I need is Wes. Just Wes. Go West. Give me more.
Happy birthday to me. I feel sufficiently roasted. Oh my god, some of those. Well, I guess that's why they're my friends. So if you watch this, there's no hard feelings across the board. It's all love between all of us. So what can you say? Oh man, good times. Digs deep. Ooh. Basically, what I want to get across is thanks guys for watching. Please like, subscribe. Really appreciate that. This is kind of obviously a one-off situation. Really hope you enjoyed yourself. And some of the other people, like Harris Anderson, who we talked about a lot, he has an album. It's in the link below, like just look in the description. Check out his album, super funny. Simon King also, album in the link below, so check that out. And John Cullen has an album, so they're all gonna be in the links below. Anyone who has an album or their Instagram, so please check out all these guys. They're just so funny. They're funny. You're gonna love it. So thanks for joining us, and sub motherfucking now. Thanks, Kino Cafe. Kino Cafe in Vancouver. The best place to see comedy. They do it every week. Come check out the Kino. You got stuff in my face? Did I get it? You good now? I'm good, okay. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Hell yes.